Thank you for another encounter today on this platform, Family Clinic. We pray for every family that by the hand of God, families will be restored. Those who are going through pain, those who are going through turbulence, those who are going through confusion of the mind, children that are being attacked, whatever that is happening in each and every family, I pray in the name of Jesus that the Lord come through for your family to deliver, to set free, to uplift, and to turn things around for your good in the name of Jesus. Family Clinic is a place where we discuss generally everything about us as humans that is related to relationships, be it father and mother, child and daughter, sons, and everything generally in relationship. We discuss about it in this very platform. So today, by the grace of God, I want to encourage you to invite someone. If you have joined, share it to your group. If you have a group, put it on your status. Let someone know that we are live today in Family Clinic so that we can learn together. You see, when we have the same understanding, it's easier to conquer together. So understanding helps two of us to work in a better way and get a better result. So I encourage you, if you are just joining, join and invite someone. If you are a leader in this ministry, in God's Word Embassy Church, invite your team and your group. Share to them, let them know that we are live. Let them join and participate. It is good to join and allow God to bless us as we engage in His glory. I can see. Share it, share it, share it, share it. It is important that people are connected so that they can be helped, they can be transformed, they can be revived, they can be restored. It takes the hand of God for transformation to happen in someone's life. And I believe today is one of those days where what we teach or what we learn can help us to become a better version of ourselves. So I believe you can tell someone, let someone know that we are live on Facebook, TikTok. I don't know if we are live on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Just connect. Let's hear what God is saying today in our family. Praise God. Okay, let me go straight to it because of timing. Today I will be teaching on or talking about evaluate yourself. Evaluate yourself. Evaluate yourself. You see, before you get engaged, or maybe you're already in marriage, it is always important that we actually evaluate. Screen yourself. Don't wait for someone to screen you. You can screen yourself. Let us know about you by you. Discover you. When you don't evaluate yourself, you can become a true disaster to people around you. Remember that Family Clinic is to help us understand how we can dwell peacefully with one another, including ourselves. So it's good for you to evaluate yourself so that you'll be able to understand which area of life that you need as an individual to work on, and which area of life, what goes on around you. It is through evaluation that you can understand your territory. You can understand your environment as a person. So I want to encourage us today. Please invite someone. Let someone know that we are live. Share it, share it, share it, share it. Let's come together to think about it or to suggest the areas you need to use or the material elements that you ought to put in place that can help you to evaluate yourself. Because I've met many persons who tells me, how can I evaluate myself? So today I'm going to tell you how to evaluate yourself. The areas that you are going to look into that can help you evaluate you. When you look at those areas and you see some certain things that we are going to discuss today, it will definitely help you to know you. Remember, we want to know you. Before you know people, before you become their friends, before you interact, know you. When you know you, you are able to know what you want and what you don't want. So let's go into it direct. How to evaluate yourself. Number one thing you must check out if you truly want to do self-evaluation is check your circle of friends and family. Check your circle of friends and family. What kind of friends do you attract? What kind of family members are interested in you? Do you attract friends who have nothing to offer? Or you attract friends who are actually a blessing to your development? If you can look through your phone and check 10 people that you think they are very, very responsible in your life, that's your circle. Not somebody that is just there in your phone, is just there as an acquaintance. No. Your circle is those people who cares about you, who can do anything to see you succeed. They can be a burden bearer. They can be a stepping stones. They can be a ladder. They must do something significant for your life to move forward. Do you have such friends? Have you grown to that part where you have built a friendship that you can evaluate yourself with? You see the way people are talking about Donald Trump. You look at his inauguration. It was not jam-packed by politicians. It was jam-packed by investors, men of timber and caliber. He moved with the same circle. He is a rich, wealthy man that cannot be despised when it comes to wealth. And the people who came to his inauguration were the clique of his circles. And if you look at that picture there, that you could see that it was being posted online, it was picture of money. All the who to who, the biggest and the mightiest in the tech, they were all in attendance. It is not all politicians that went, but he did not forget to bring in his like-minded friends, because that man likes economy, he likes financial growth. So he couldn't move with less than such people. So look at your clique. Does your clique look like you? Or even you have no worth. You have not created your own worth at all. You have nothing you are offering anyone. You are just as good as you were given birth to, and that's it. So you just eat and grow nothing. That's why you must evaluate yourself. It will help you to make decisions of life. Because the more you look at yourself and the things you are not able to achieve, that's when you begin to get your self-inspiration. But if you don't have good circle, you will just think it is okay. You know, if you look at today in the society, the mentality of young boys and young girls are very shallow. Why? Their circles. They keep friends who their greatest achievement is buying an iPhone. Imagine that. They keep friends who their greatest achievement is having a human hair of 30 inches and 40 inches. They keep friends which their greatest motivation is to post things on Instagram that isn't even in their life. Imagine that. Can you imagine that? That is how funny it is today. So if your circle of friends are not smart people, you too, you are not smart, you are going to mess up your life within a short period of time. 2025 is already starting. By this week, we are through with January. We are entering February. And that's it. That's life for you. The time counts with not waiting for any man. So I'm asking you, who is your circle of friends? Is that your uncle who is a drunkard? Is he the one telling you that it is okay to be drinking? After all, life is full of joy. What kind of family members are interested in you? Have you broke a certain record that somebody is willing to do anything for you within the family? They are telling you, go forward, I'm there for you. I'm ready to sell my land to pay your school fees. I'm ready to do the... Who is it in your family that is standing as a backbone? Evaluate yourself. Do you have this kind of people? Or you have not contributed immensely in people's life to the point now they see you as a good project? You have to ask yourself a question. If nobody is standing beside you, behind you, nobody is holding your hands, or no one is willing to hold your hands, either you are doing something that is wrong, or you don't know how to keep a good relationship that ought to bear you positivity. You see, the way we pray to God to bless us, He will not bless us by throwing blessings from earth to the earth. No. He will bless us using people that He will bring across our way. So friends that you meet on the way can actually be your ladder to your next phase of life. You must evaluate it. What is the circle of friends do you have now? If you have emergency of 10,000 or even 100,000, do you have friends who can even get something they can bring forward that can help you to come out of whatever that is holding your neck? Evaluate yourself. If you don't have such kind of friend, you have to start asking how to cultivate good friends, how to make yourself relevant to people to the point that they are ready to be a close friend. They are ready to do so many things with you that can empower each of you. It's very important. Number 2, evaluating yourself. You have to ask yourself a question. What motivates you into success? What are the things that you look around you? Or what are the things that speaks into your mind or around your life that is motivating you to decide to be successful? Are there things that motivate you? Or you don't have motivation? Are you just sleeping and waking up, eating and going to bed? Nothing around you is inspiring your mind. Nothing makes you feel like, I have to make a difference. Evaluate yourself. Nothing is putting pressure on you to make a difference. Nothing is making you feel like, this one room is good, but I think I can stay in a bigger room. You are just comfortable. You are just comfortable with the little your mother or your father has provided. You are just comfortable. You are even complaining they should provide more. And you are not a cripple. You don't walk down your street and get motivated. If you are a living entity and nothing motivates you, you need to check yourself. You have a brain problem. You have an issue. It's personal. Because you should be motivated to success. When you walk through that street of your home or street of the journey of life, I don't know where you are going. You should look at some properties, some good buildings. When you see those buildings, they should motivate you. When you see those buildings, they should motivate you. They should make you feel like, oh my goodness, when can I have such a thing like this? I think I can build such a thing like this. You should be motivated. Look for what motivates you. Confirm to you what motivates you. Some men is beautiful women. They look at beautiful women and they say, hey, me, I cannot be broke because I don't want to marry an ugly woman. I want to marry a beautiful girl that I can be able to maintain. So they work hard to do that. What motivates you? What brings out the ego in you as a man or as a woman? What motivates you? Evaluate your life. Nothing is motivating you. People's success are not motivating you. You are not going to see the new latest things that is online. Go check. Check good cars, good machines. Check new latest things. Check good fashions. Check people's things are happening. You cannot be on your head down without lifting it up. You need to know what's motivating you. If you are around something that does not motivate you, your church does not motivate you, your family does not motivate you, your place of work does not motivate you, academic breakthrough does not motivate you, you just feel like, as long as I can get morning food, afternoon food, evening food, this hour to God is already good. Or if I can find a man who will just marry me, not even marry me, a man who will be serious with me, who will not cheat on me, who will love me till Jesus arrive. I dare you are a boring person. That's very boring. How do you live life like that? You are wasting life. The only thing you want is somebody to love you, somebody to keep you in the house, call you Mrs. or Mr. That's the essence of life. That's wastage of life. You should give way to those people who want to live large. Yes, it's wrong. You must be motivated. Everything around you should motivate you. When you come to church, the way your church performs, the way you hear people's testimony, the way that you see what is happening, you should go home and say, oh my God, oh my God. Even the sermon of your man of God or your woman of God should motivate you for the week, should give you some energy like, oh my goodness, I have to do better, It should motivate you, it should challenge you, it should arouse you, it should do something to you, both male or female. You cannot sleep week to week, days to days, month to month. Nothing is motivating you. Go to car parks. You don't need to buy to look. Go to good organization. That can motivate you to get a good job. Go to the airport. See people enter. You thought the economy is hard. People are at the airport, fly to different nations. Things are happening. Cultivate, confirm, research the things that can motivate you to become successful. Research, then you'll be great. You need to evaluate it. Number 3, way of evaluating yourself. Ask yourself, how do you heal? How do you heal? When you go through some emotional, mental, psychological issues, or generally life, how do you heal? Ask yourself that question. Because your emotional balance, your mental balance, your love balance, your financial balance, what, all these things are meant to help you to be a better version of you. If you don't know how you heal from past and present issues, getting to the future of life will be a problem to you. There are some children who were abandoned at their infant age, and today they have not stopped mourning or crying or weeping for the sake of that abandonment. They have not evaluated themselves to tell themselves, I lived past the abandonment. Yes, there was no father, there was no mother, but I myself, I excelled in the midst of this. That should have inspired them. but they don't know how to heal from their past. So they keep looking for a relationship that they can use as a medium of healing. And that brings them into toxic and bad relationship. Evaluate your healing strategy. What gives you healing? What takes away pain from your heart? What melts your worries? What destroys this disappointment and give you joy again? Because this life where we live, it's full of turbulence. But you must know what you need to do when you are downcasted, when you are down, when the day looks like it's not going to happen, when your heart looks so pained and helpless, when you cannot reach out or you cannot get it, when it looks so pained and so inhuman around you. How do you heal? Some people take vacation. That's why you see the whites, they spend money coming to Africa to view nature that they don't have. Africans are happy receiving them, yet Africans are more traumatized than the white people, because we never taught, nobody told us that in your state of life, you can evaluate your emotional balance, your mental balance, and realize if you are not stable, give yourself a break, or cultivate an attitude of healing that helps you become habitable. Because many of us, we cannot habit with people. It's difficult to cohabit with you because you snap, you nag, you put up moods. You are sick. You need healing. And you are not getting it. You are not even walking towards getting it. So anyone around you has to suffer because of you. You don't even know you need healing. Some girls were raped. They were raped, and their response now is very bad. They are in marriage, they can't enjoy sexual life because of the memory of that rape that has been in their mind, but they never took it out. Some people think if you cry, you are weak. Some people, through tears, they get healed. Some people, through talking, through having a secret conversation with someone you think you trust. You have tried them, you know. You carry so much burden and heaviness in your heart, day in, day out, and think you will be normal. No. The reason why many of you are not smiling is because of too much pain. Too much question that has not been answered. Too many confusion that does not make sense. Too many weight and happenings within our lives. And we keep sitting on them and we become a timing bomb. Anybody who then comes close to us becomes the victim of our sickness. Internal sickness. We don't heal. Sit down and check yourself. Are you okay? Do you need a shoulder to cry? Do you need a drive? Do you need a walk? Do you need a vacation? Do you need a nature? Do you need to swim? What do you do to heal you? I often say, if I feel sad, I eat sweet things. By the time I close my eye and go through a sweet chocolate, oh my goodness, it brings me some kind of sweetness. And by the time I'm opening my eyes, I'm not going to remember that I was bitter or angry. Sometimes, if you send money to my M-Pesa, it's better than any problem. I just receive a good money from a deal, from blessings, or from any. That's motivation. It heals me. Sometimes I just need my bed to be made. I want to be there alone. I don't want boy, I don't want Titi, I don't even want my kids. Now this time I have to survive before I can come to my kid. Yes. How do you heal? Sometimes I just don't want to pray. I just want to stand, meditate, and tell God, do with me what you please. Ask yourself, how do you heal? How do you heal? Don't say you don't need it. You do need it. You do need it. It is I don't need it that is making you sick the more. It is I don't need it that is making you moody. It is I don't need it that is making you lose your appetite. It is I don't need it that is making you down. Go for counseling. Talk to your man of God. Talk to your woman of God. Don't wait until it gets to your climax and your brain can no longer take it. You have already become a full disaster. Then you say, I want to go and now see my man of God. No. Do it when you still have your mind around you. How do you heal? Know how you heal. Don't keep healing by having sex. Some people, they have sex with anybody they see on the street. The man wants to sleep with any prostitute that care to give them. The woman wants to go around to have a one-night stand with any man who chooses to stand with her. That's not a healing process. That is a destroying process and disrespecting your body. Sex you have out of casual form is disrespect to you. You should be, your mind should be really, really in need before you can go for sex. You shouldn't go for sex because you are feeling so down. I don't like the weather, is so cold. I cannot step out, but there is somebody who can. Wake up. Don't do that. What's your healing mechanism? Evaluate yourself. This is January. Some of us are sick already. You have already lost appetite. You're already feeling like your church is not good. Your pastor is not good. They are not powerful. No, it's not the power of the pastor. You need mental help. You need to evaluate yourself. Do you know if you fail so many times, you need help? Yes. You try this, it failed. You try this, it failed. You've gone through 6 relationships in 1 year. None of them has worked out. You need help. You need to heal. You need to stop. When a boy tells you you are beautiful, you say, no, I'm not. I am working on myself. May God help us. Let me proceed. Number 4. Evaluating yourself. Identify what is your safe spot. Identify your safe spot for you to know you. Identify your safe spot. What is your safe spot? That place where you are and you can be you. Identify it. Maybe some people, they are not singers, but the moment they open the shower and the shower starts running from their head going down, they become emergency choir. They start singing, oh, they can even think they can become a very good, they can go to the studio and record an album. That's their safe spot. Do you know that safe spot is an energy? Hey, I don't want to go there. Your safe spot is like yoga to you. If I talk now, you Christian will think I'm a witch. Your safe spot. That machine is working. That machine you are putting in their face, is it showing there? Oh my goodness, they could have seen it so that they will have mind. But it's okay. What's your safe spot? What is your safe spot? What's your safe spot? What is your safe spot? Evaluate it. Find out. Check it. Research it. Your safe spot. I was telling I was gisting with, is it my PA or so? I was telling them I've discovered a new safe spot for me. Having a deep bath, in a jacuzzi or a bathtub. I find out that when I fill my bathtub and I put a lot of foam and I go inside there and relax my mind, I feel re-energized, rejuvenated, refreshed, renewed. And I started doing it too. Yes. Because maybe I'm being exhausted without knowing. And God has just helped me to notice that, maybe by the time I put soap in my head and the foam is giving me some good vibes, Do it. You see, if you don't know you, nothing will work well easily. And positive energy open greater door in our lives. No, some of us, when we are pained and tears in our eyes, we go to God in our knees. We kneel down, meditate, cry out our pain, and He purges our heart from that heaviness. That's a spot. It's a spot whereby you can go and empty the loads. It helps you to reconnect to nature and reconnect to you and make you to stand out in your walk with God or in your personal life. So identify your safe place. Why some people, it's their man. Maybe they love their man so much that hugging the man, putting their neck on top of his shoulder, but I pity you if that shoulder break. You will carry your head by your own hand. So try to make sure that you have good spots, but it is good to identify it. You see, when there is a lot of tension around you, go to your safe spot. Some say I have prayer, some say I have a prayer room. Some say I have a gym room. Maybe you go to your gym, you feel so tensed, life is so unbearable, expectations are being delayed, struggle is so much, deniers are there. Go to your gym and run on your treadmill. As you are running, you are dropping those baggages and luggages. Remember, self-evaluation is all around. It helps you to succeed. It helps you to become better. It helps you to be focused on the direction and your result. Because of time. Number 5, evaluating yourself. Get to know your comeback strength. What is your strength? What is your strength in life, or something that gives you an edge over others? What is your strength? What advantage have you noticed about you that you can well skillfully develop to become an exceptional person? There are people who are eloquent in speech. When they cultivate their English and their the mannerism and everything, you can really fall in love with what they are saying, even if it doesn't make sense. What's your skill or strength? That's money for you. Why some people is their smile. When they smile at you, if you were angry with them, it evaporates. Why some people they are laughing? They have tenderness. When they speak to you, their voice is very soft. Their words are very kind. Their eyes are very relaxing. Their feel gives a giveaway moment. What's your strength? Is your strength gossiping? That means you will pour your life. What's your strength? What do you have in the? What are you bringing on the table? Let's say that's the strength. What is going to make you different in that place? What is going to give you an edge over others? What's your strength? What's your strength? Your strength is very important. Your strength is very important. Your strength is very important. What gives you strength? What makes you bigger than others? For that man to break his head, for that organization to break their protocol, for that church to find you indispensable, what is your value? What do you add? What's your relevant? How will you be remembered? How will you be looked for? What are you known for? Please cultivate something. Look at yourself. If you are not expert of any, you don't bring anything at all. Even you are failing you need a serious checkup. Readdress yourself. Life is beautiful. Don't make it hard. It's a very beautiful life. You just need to know the right step to take and the right things to do at the right time. And you'll be happy you are doing them. But failing to do the right things at the right time will cost you pain of life. Many of the demons we are fighting, some of them is because we don't sit down to take proper decisions. One good thing about God is that whatever you decide, the consequence will wait for you. That's one thing about God. He's not going to compromise his standard because of your decision. Remember, Jesus said something. Which man will want to build a house without sitting down and count his cost? If he will be able to build that house. Because if he's not able to build that house, automatically he will be mocked because he did not plan properly. Child of God, wisdom is very important. What gives you strength? Where is your strength? Where do you stand out? The last thing I'm going to talk about is financial growth. Always evaluate your financial growth. Who are you in the corridor of finance? Even if you have not arrived to the top, are you taking baby steps? Are you even in the knowledge of greatness in financial doors? What do you know about finance? What do you want to know about it? How are you seeing money? Do you know there is money transaction? Do you know there is a way you can use money to turn money? Growing financially in wisdom, in your pocket, and in your investment is very important. That is a continuous growth that you must have in your evaluation. Every month, every year, every 6 months, every 3 months, sit down, evaluate yourself, and find out what you have done so far within these years of your life, or months or days, that is making you financially better than what you were yesterday. You must evaluate it, because for your life in general to be successful, a cash flow will play a major role. Your relevancy in life is attached to your financial growth. If you don't grow financially, there are people that will naturally, they will disrespect you. They will never call you anything. But when you grow in that corridor of financial strength and power, you don't look for them. They look for you. They stand with you. They will not even let you know how big they were, because you didn't have the financial strength. So they feel threatened, come into your circle. But when they realize that you are also a financial guru like them, life made easier. May God strengthen us. Give us wisdom as an individual to be able to understand how to operate in our financial quest. But never allow yourself to live a life without financial growth. If you have 1 shilling, turn your 1 shilling to 5 shillings. Turn your 5 shillings to 10 shillings. Turn your 10 shillings to 20 shillings. Keep rolling it. A time will come, it becomes 1,000. A time will come, it becomes hundreds of thousands. A time will come, it will be stable in millions. It is wisdom of continuous financial growth that makes your life sweet and better. May God give you that strength, and may God help you. I would like to take questions now because of timing, and let me look through the platform. You can send your question if you have not sent, so that we can do this together by the grace of God. Mama, how does one handle a case whereby their family more. So their parents are so toxic. Limitation, I can't see very well. Oh, sour. Let me use my own. I'm sorry. I don't have your kind of eye. I always see spiritual things. I've told you before. You think I'm lying? By the way, it's true. I don't see these things you people see physically. So when my eyes is so clear in this, my eyes is so clear in the spirit, but physically, I have to strain the eyes to see something. It is true. Okay, but the media, you are doing well. Are so toxic, limiting their joy. How does one heal in this situation? Yet, these are people who are often very present in your life. One thing you must first of all ask yourself, you ought not to be in your parents' disputes. Never allow your father or your mother to carry you into their family matter. I can assure you, don't. They will destroy your future for you. Ignorantly, many parents have done that to their children. Never allow your mother, your father, if they have fight, please stay clear from their fight. If they have anything, stay clear. When they finish, let them settle within themselves. Don't take side with your mother. Don't take side with your father. Be neutral. When they started their journey, you are not there. Whatever mistake they have both made, make jokes if it is possible. Just move on. That shouldn't determine your own way of life or anything. The moment you get involved, that's when their toxic relationship will destroy your mental strength. And when that happens, if you don't notice you have even been destroyed, because sometimes you won't notice until you grow out of the home and you see yourself doing the same thing you saw your mother or your father repeating the same thing. That's when you realize that you have inherited something that is bad. So, but if you are wise enough, see what is happening, don't bring it into you. When they try to get you involved, just tell them, my dear, please, this thing you know better than me. I shouldn't be the one coming here to fix it, especially when you have not been mature. You are not mature yet. Wait until you are full grown before you can speak about them. Not when you are still in your developmental stage. They will destroy your academic, they will destroy your emotion, they will make you mentally unstable. Run away from them. Me, I used to tell my father, I'm not your wife and I will not be. I'm not your husband and I will not be. And you can't put me between the two of you. I wasn't there. Yes. This wisdom, I got it when I was very small. I'm sure my people are not surprised because I used to talk things like old people. And they used to beat me very well also. So don't let them put you in the circle. But if you find yourself and it has already been happening, go and look for a counselor. Look for your man of God. Look for your woman of God. You need to air out the things you have seen, especially if your father beats your mother or your mother beats your father. There's a kind of violence. And that thing, it is in your mind. It has created an impression. You won't know it is there until you will realize it is there. Yes, it's there. It is when something will happen to you, you will realize that insecurity has been instilled in you, unknown to you. So you have to fight it when you can. But if you have not get entangled, or run like your life, if they start fighting, run away. They kill themselves, their family will bury them. But you would have survived. People will not like that one. Mama, what could be the issue when one plans their finances and make effort to grow financially, but at the end of it, there is nothing to show, no progress whatsoever? What are the principles of wealth? That's a full course. There is nothing like you plan your finance and it's not growing. Finance grow. You only spend for it not to grow. How does finance not grow? If you have a safe box and every day you are putting 100 shilling in that safe box, if you are religious in putting it, definitely at the end of the month, 100 times 31, you know what you will get there. That's growth. But when you are no longer religious in putting it, or you put and remove, what you are getting, if it is bigger than what you are spending, definitely you can't have financial growth. Financial growth starts with you being able to manage your expenditure over your cash flow. So it's not like it is running, the money runs away. It is your expenditure that destroys the savings. So you have to check in the expenditure. Check your expenditure. If for now, financially we grow. Truthfully, there are times in your life your expenses must exceed your cash flow. At that time, that's where we do scale of preference. What comes first? That's when you start saving. Not that something will just happen or you are saving money and money refuses to be saved. Apana, you save it, it will be saved, except you use it again. That's when it doesn't grow. Or you are having what we call, you have much problem when you have money. There are some Christian or some people, not even only Christian. You have money. Anytime you have money, you have problem. Anytime you have money, you have issues that take away those money. Check yourself. Do you pay your tithe? Do you pay offering? Are you a kingdom investor? Because the Bible told us that the only way we can protect our finance as Christians is through tithe and offering and our investment in the hands of the work of God. If we don't do that, there is devourer, there is caterpillar, and there is palmerworm. And all of it, plus the curse that God says you are cursed with a curse. So tell me, if you are not giving in the church, you are not securing your money. You are not giving to herbalists, you are not giving to church. You are not an investor in the house of God. The devil will give you now job now because you cannot be neutral. You are not a car. You must be either driving or you are being held by the tormentor. So check the way you roll your cash. It can also expose your mind. Mama is looking beautiful. Thank you. Mama, having friends that don't come true when in need, can I cut them off completely with a very big machete? If it is a norm, if it is a norm that every time you are in need, they never give you help, and when they are in need, you are able to give them help, and they have the money. That's one. Use cutlass, use earthquake, use thunder. But if they don't have, but they can suggest, do ABC to see how you can. Some people don't have money, but they have advice and idea or suggestions. You see, so differentiate it. If they come for help to you and you give when you need help, they don't. Now those ones are very dangerous. You are not with them, they will kill you. Run for your life if those are the kind of person you are mentioning. Mama, sometimes we go through trauma, have tried healed. I've tried to heal, but once you remember it keeps pulling you back. What should one do? Don't remember it when it is not requested. Who goes back to toilet to eat what they have already dropped there? Is there anyone? You see, why go for what hurts you instead of going for future? When there is no need to go back to your mess, why go back there? So we have to train ourselves to stop going back. How do you go and shop in your past that was not pleasant? You have picked some lessons you have learned. Run with the lessons. Stop remembering things that you know that they open an old wound and make it fresh for you. That's you dealing with you. That's you allowing Satan to control you. That's you fighting you. It is like some of us. We did an abortion. Then we go to God. I'm sorry, I did an abortion. Forgive me. I am sorry. You cried. You did everything. You even felt the hand of God. 10 years later, you are married. You are having issue of baby. You start crying to God again. That abortion that I did, my dear, God is not a stupid God. He forgave you. He let go. It is the devil that is now using that injury to torment your present life, not God. In fact, you are insulting God when you remember that sin before him. He will be wondering, what is she talking about? The last time I checked, that was already wiped out. Completely wiped out. If your past could not swallow you, don't go back to it, especially when it is ugly. When it is ugly, don't go back to it. Any past that makes you feel uncomfortable, don't go back to it. Let me tell you a short story as we are taking these questions. I had a property with my husband, a 2-bedroom and a 3-bedroom twin that we built before we traveled, just behind at the airport. And something happened. I don't know what actually happened because I've not been into my home country, my own land, for past how many years. So I was somehow I got the information that somebody has encroached and they want to take the property, what. They have brought a court order, this has happened, that has happened. They were informing my husband as he was informing me. And somehow somebody, one of my spiritual mentor, when I was in Nigeria, got to hear about it. And somehow through my husband, they reached out to me. And they began to tell me about this property. Oh, right now the property in that area is being sold for 45 million. We need you to send some document, or you come over to Delta State so that by the time you come, you sign this document, you are able to do this. You have the CFO, you have this, you have that. I told them I will get back to you. I went and bowed my knees and I said, God, what is this? That's something I labored for 11 years. And God took me and said I should go do ministry. I said, God, what is this? Why am I getting this? You know how painful it is for me to walk out on these things. Why have you brought them back to me? Why am I being requested? And I knelt down and I cried to God. I said, what do you want me to do? You told me to go and not look back. Why are you forcing me to look back? And I don't even have the capacity or anything to do any other thing if I was to do. In my tears and in my crushingness, I cried and God told me, if you can let go, I will give you much more. I say it's easy. I called the man of God. I said, my dear, I'm sorry. That property cost me a lot of pain. Leaving that property for me and coming up to Kenya or Mauritius or wherever I went before I came to Kenya was a pain in my heart. And the pain that it brought to me is too much that I wouldn't want to consider talking about it. I say, if that property have to go, let it go. The man thought I was mad. He called they tried to, I said, no. It's not a discussion. I'm not talking about it anymore, and nobody should tell me about it. I say, let it go. If the assignment ahead of me is bigger than what you are bringing me back. Because truthfully, if I go there, I won't come back here. Why I come back here? Am I stupid? At that time, I don't even have where I'm staying. I'm staying in a small house. And you are telling me to go save a house that I ran out of. I'm not even living there. To do what? And God chased me like I was a fugitive or something. I declined. All effort, I declined. Everything they tried to tell me, I declined. Till today, I don't know whether it is sold, taken by the government, whatever that happened, I have no idea. I'm speaking openly because many people can see it, and my family can also see. They know the truth. I turned my back at it because it cost me a lot of pain to let go that property. We had others, but that one, I was attached to it. And I left without looking back. Do you know my husband was shocked? He could not believe. He saw the way, if he tried to talk, I said, baby, forget that. The God who built house in Nigeria is the same God who built anywhere in the world. So if people wonder why is it that I have the grace to own properties or something, they should go to my pastor and see that there are bigger things I forgo for the sake of the work of God. So you as a Christian, stop looking at only your back. Because if you keep looking at your back, you will not get the best. Can I shock you? By the grace of God, the house where me I'm living is even better. That one was a bungalow. I don't, even if you dash me a bungalow now, I can't live there. Why? I can't live on the earth anymore. You have to climb up. Imagine. But Satan wanted to take me back. And can I shock you? Oh God, thank you for this testimony. I've never shared these things. Do you know, as at the time I was being called, if I have left, that is the time COVID came in 4 months afterwards. Do you think at that lockdown, will I be in this assignment anymore? Satan can always use your past to massage you. Stop being sentimental over your past. I moved on. If they ask me to go and buy that property now, safe, I will not want to buy it. I can't live in that area anymore. I have to live in a bigger area. God is good. That's it. So don't allow your past to keep cropping and messing up your present. It's bad. Move on. God has always have a better plan than any other plan you can think of. So move on. March forward. Forward, forward, forward only. May God help us. Mama, will it be wrong for me to cut off friends who are now useless to me, but they helped me significantly in the past? Will this be wrong? Will I be a bad person for this? Yes, you will be. You don't cut people completely. Some people come to your life stage by stage. If their stage is over, keep them. Don't cut the door. Don't close the door. You don't know when you can lead them again. The only thing is, if they are trying to influence you negatively with your present life, that's when you put a certain kind of boundaries to protect. But you don't throw away people because you don't need them now. Anyone God brought in your life, whether now or tomorrow, just leave it there. If they are not useful today, leave them as long as they are not pressuring you and they are not trying to mislead you. If they are trying to mislead, that's where you have a problem. You draw a boundary. But if they are just there in your phone, they don't call you, you don't call them, just leave it. A day will come, you don't know. Maybe they will need you or you will need them. But don't give attitude to somebody who has done something significant in your life. If they give you attitude, just stay within your boundary. God will help you in future. Mama, what happens when you notice that you are the toxic friend who people are cutting off, yet you try to change, but people still don't want to renew relationship with you? What should one do? Yeah, some people will not want to renew relationship with you because it's hard to believe that you have changed. That's just the truth. You see, when you hurt someone again and again and again, they start losing the mental sense that you can be trusted. The more you kill trust, the more you lose friendship. Trust has a way of expiring without renewing. It's very dangerous. There is a way people will trust and trust and try to build the trust. They get to a point they can no longer trust even your present, because trust expires. If you keep killing it, it will die. When it dies, it is difficult to renew. So you have to now bear the consequence. Use your good character or your changed version to acquire new friends and learn to protect them so that you will not lose them the way you have lost the past ones. But I cannot tell you to force yourself on someone who have decided not to trust you anymore. People are protecting themselves. Madness is everywhere. Let me tell you, the people on the street mad are very few. The ones inside the house that are mad are more than the ones outside. Yes, you think people just wake up and start shouting. It is part of madness. It's just that it has not been fully diagnosed. Mama, how can one handle a relationship where the person was very important to you? Although there is a lifestyle change, you feel uncomfortable being with them. Is it okay to cut off such friends? It's very okay if their lifestyle is challenging your personality and you don't want to go to that area. Lifestyle is very important. If your lifestyle, the Bible, those who speak English, let's start from there, said, birds of the same feather flocks together. If she's a thief and you are not a thief, what friendship are you keeping? Lifestyle, if they are not going your direction, don't go to their direction. Exit is the best. Mama, in a situation, I hope I'm not missing anyone. Okay. Mama, in a situation, you find your parents fighting and your mom's voice is higher. Is it right to come in and try to help them make peace? I pray they slap you alongside. Who beg you? What do you know that they don't know? Such kind of parents, I wish they can beat you. You know, when they beat you twice, they will not come again. More than parents shout, many shouts can come into couple's room. It's not wise to just rush go, except when it's an escalated, over-escalated. That's when now you can see that maybe your mother is running out or there is a hitting, you know. But these days, women cry in different way. I wouldn't ask you to go because you don't know the type of cry they are crying. Yeah. So you just keep your cool first. If your mother need help, she won't cry, she will call, help, oh. You go and beat a woman who is enjoying her life. Everybody cry in different way, my dear. May God give us wisdom. When someone needs help, they know the right words to use. They will say, help, oh, help me, oh, your father is hitting me, oh. But when she's shouting all those other shouts without calling the real help, my dear, be dumb and deaf in that house. Until you are needed, you will be told. Marriage is difficult and deep. You can call cry and they are just playing. Okay, let me not talk again. I just want you to know that this life, our relationship is in different forms. Yeah, our relationship is in different forms. The way people respond and the way people receive is actually two different things. Some people respond in a very bad way. Some people receive in a very bad way. But the important thing is that build what you want so that anytime you see what you don't want, you avoid it. Build what you want. Anytime you see what you don't want, run away. You see, marriage is not a do or die affair. I was just discussing something with my husband this evening and I was telling him the problem with men is that men don't know what is offense. That's just the truth. Most men have not understood what is offense. So they wonder why women are so difficult. But you see, if your mother is standing and your wife is standing and you tell your mother, come and go eat in your house, and your wife has just finished cooking, do you know as for a woman, that's a big offense. Even your mother knows, but she will not tell you because she's happy you have given her a bigger credit. But in the law of a woman, it is your wife's food. You should tell your mom, come, we go eat. My wife has cooked. Now your wife will feel like the special guest of honor that has cooked the food for honorable people to eat. But a man who is just a man will think that telling the mother, let's go to your house and go eat because I have missed your food, is trying to make his mother feel good. It is your father that makes your mother feel good. It's not you. Do you know when you do that, in the night when you bring your hand, the woman will throw your hand from Matasia to Ngong. She will fling it away. You will be asking, what's happening? What happened is that you took your loyalty to your mother unknown to you. As simple as it is like this. Just like this is problem. So the language of a man and the language of a woman is something that I don't know. We really need to really talk about it so that men will understand. You are going on the road, you are with a man, and you are with the car with probably your spouse or someone you are driving with her. And these girls that you don't know whether they have won the bomb or they have done BBL, maybe they are carrying silicone in the nyash, but it is already protruded. You don't know what they are carrying, because you feel it is a shape. Then you decide to look to the point that your woman realizes that you have been looking at that buttocks. You know, that's a very big problem. Even if she pretend like she did not see you look at it. Wait. The attitude you will get when you get to the supermarket is not the same you left home with. The attitude will just change automatically. What happened? You looked. You did not, you were driving or you did not even stop, but you were looking like a zombie. You carried somebody in the car and you were looking as another person. Now that's women for you. They can't spare you. They will keep you quiet. If she was to buy something of 2,000, she will buy 5,000 to punish you the more. I used to see, there was a lady who said, I love giving birth every year so that my husband will keep buying baby food and pampers. He will never see money to give to her side chick. And the man, his head is shifting every year. The hair of the man is shifting every year. The hair is shifting from the starting point, is now almost middle, because the woman have realized he's a womanizer. So every year they have 6 now. Every year 1 baby. So you buy pampers for the new one, you buy for the one who is 2 years, then you continue. So 1 to 6. Ask me, would that man ever survive if he's in his house? His house is like barrack. The woman, the children will go, they will just all of them traumatize family. Fear women, they have a lot of strategy to deal with you. That's why they are like deities. That's just it. That's just it. Learning these things will really help a lot of couples. Women are very tolerant. Do you know that? A woman can live with a man and yet you are not her spec. But she will live with you for donkeys of years. But a man will not manage a woman who is not his even appetite. You can't manage, you will just show it, Miss Taki. But this woman already know he's using you to wait for the main man. And he's with you. He's treating you nicely, but he already know that it's not you. I don't know. If you don't fear women, I don't know who you are fearing. I don't know who you are fearing. Oh my God. The Lord bless you. I want to invite you for tomorrow's service. I encourage you to come. Let's worship God together. And don't forget also, we have on Sunday's service is our 4th service. where we are also going to. I think that's the first Sunday of the year, right? Of the new month. So come. Let's do it together. It's our communion service also. You see, God loves us. God is interested in you and I. God wants our life to be sweet. And all these things I have taught you today, I want you to practice them. Go back to the evaluation. You have been asking, how can I evaluate? I've given you a guideline on how to do that. You go do it and see what God has for you. And come back with a testimony. This year you will be guided, and God will help you through that guidance to understand the things that you will be able to understand. I want you to know something. Every time in our life, we should be able to understand what God is saying per time. If you are not able to evaluate what God is saying, I can assure you, you can become a disaster yourself because you don't know what God is saying at that time. It is me encouraging you. Always find out. Try to evaluate yourself. Discover you. You are the best of you. If you discover you, life will be sweet for you. God bless you. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Hallelujah. Glory to Jesus.